What does it mean for us Christians to persevere in life? What does that look like? That is the exhortation that Jesus gives to the disciples at the end of today's gospel, in the Gospel of Luke. Jesus encourages and exhorts the disciples to persevere in the midst of distress. The gospel, Jesus kind of lays out a reality of life for the disciples, that sometimes life is hard. There's a difficulty. There is struggle. There is destruction. There are disasters. And sometimes there is persecution. Bad things will happen in life. It's part of living. And Jesus tells the disciples that their perseverance will secure their lives, will see them through. He is almost saying to them, keep going. Why? Because God is with them through it all. Now, the word persevere means to continue the course of action even in the face of difficulty. Well, what is our course of action for us as Christians? The Gospels, in the whole context of the Gospels, reminds us that our course of action as Christians is to love like Jesus, to love unconditionally, no matter how bad things get in life. And Jesus kind of lists this experience, reminding the disciples that things will happen. The temple will be destroyed, alludes to that. There will be struggle. There will be difficulty. You will be persecuted, even by loved ones. There's a hard road ahead sometimes in our life of discipleship. And yet, we are called to continue that course of action in the midst of it all, to love and to find and to persevere in life, because God is with us in that love, in that journey. So this week, as we near close to the end of November, we're midway there, but it's towards the end of the liturgical year. Take a moment to think this week, how are we persevering in life? How are we living our course of action to love, even if there may be moments of difficulty in our lives? Or we know and experience life that may involve destruction or disaster or persecution or difficult challenges. How do we stay grounded in our course of action to love? Where do we find hope? And how do we model God's love for other people to encourage others as Jesus encourages the disciples in us? Your perseverance will secure your lives. Keep going, because God is with us. How will we journey in the difficult, trusting and loving in the endurance of God who is with us always? Amen.